Here's what nobody tells you. I didn't get fluent by practicing more or using better methods. I got fluent by making my brain think English was easy, by making everything else harder first. It's called the contrast principle, and it's the reason why English feels impossible to you right now. In this video, I'll show you exactly how it works, and how you can start using it tomorrow morning to make English feel 10 times easier than it does today. Let me ask you something that's been bothering me. Why can you watch Netflix for 4 hours straight, but 20 minutes of English grammar feels like climbing Mount Everest? Same brain. Same ability to focus. So what's the real difference? It's not motivation. It's not discipline. And it's definitely not because English is too hard. It's something much more powerful. And your brain has been using it against you this whole time. Let me show you what I mean. Here's what my day used to look like. I'd wake up, grab my phone, scroll Instagram for 30 minutes, watch YouTube, check messages. My brain was getting hit with entertainment every 3 seconds. Laughs, fast cuts, zero effort required. Then I'd sit down to study English. And it felt extremely hard. For 8 months, I blamed myself. Maybe I'm not disciplined enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm just not a language person. Every single morning I'd tell myself, today will be different. And every single day, it wasn't. Same cycle. Over and over again. But here's what I didn't understand back then. English didn't feel hard because it was hard. It felt hard because my brain was comparing it to everything that came before. Let me tell you about the worst day of my English learning journey. Month 8. I had been studying every single day. Netflix, apps, grammar, books, everything people told me to do. That day, I had the chance to join an online conversation in English. Real speaking practice, the thing I'd been preparing for. I opened the Zoom call. 7 people, all speaking English fluently, confidently, naturally. The host said, "Welcome. Tell us about yourself." Everyone looked at me. I could see their faces in those little squares. Waiting, smiling. I opened my mouth, just a little, and nothing came out. Not a single word. My mind went completely blank. My face felt hot. My hands were shaking. The silence felt endless. I typed, "Sorry, connection issues," in the chat, and left the call 5 minutes later. I closed my laptop and just stared at the wall. 8 months of work, and I couldn't even introduce myself without panicking. I remember thinking, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe some people can learn languages and others can't. But the next day, something happened that I never could have predicted. I woke up angry, frustrated, embarrassed. So I went to the gym to blow off steam, and I pushed myself hard. Squats until my legs were shaking. Deadlifts until I could barely grip the bar. Push-ups until my arms gave up completely. After the workout, I stumbled to my car. My shirt was stuck to my back with sweat. My hands were trembling. I could taste salt on my lips. My legs felt weak. I sat there in the parking lot, exhausted, and I opened my English materials, just to distract myself from the pain. And something strange happened. Exercises that normally made me want to quit after 5 minutes almost felt enjoyable. It was like my brain said, "Oh, thank God. This is so much easier than what we just did." I studied for 90 minutes. 90 minutes without even realizing time was passing. No forcing, no struggle, just flow. The next day, I tested something. I started my morning the old way. Instagram, YouTube, coffee, then tried to study English. And it was back to being hard again. I couldn't focus. I wanted to quit after 15 minutes. And that's when it hit me like a truck. The problem was never English. The problem was what came before English. After a brutal workout, English felt relaxing. After YouTube, it felt impossible. Same person. Same brain. Different contrast. And once you feel that contrast working, once you feel your brain switch from "this is torture" to "this is interesting," you can't unsee it. It's like learning how a magic trick works. From that moment on, I knew. Whenever English felt hard, it wasn't English's fault. It was whatever came before it. So I started digging into the psychology behind this, and what I found was insane. Your brain doesn't experience difficulty in absolute terms. It experiences difficulty relatively. You know that feeling when you jump into a freezing cold pool? Your whole body is screaming. Your skin feels like it's burning. But when you get out, the air suddenly feels warm. Even though the temperature didn't change. Reality didn't change. Your perception did. And that's exactly what we're going to do with English. So the real question isn't, how do I make English easier? The real question is, what do I put before English to make my brain think it's easier? And here's why this matters so much. Your brain has been using your native language your entire life. Every thought, every emotion, every conversation. That's your brain's baseline for easy. So when you try to speak English, your brain instantly compares it to that baseline. And the conclusion is obvious. This is hard. This is slow. This is painful. Not because English is hard, but because it's being compared to something you've used effortlessly for decades. Think about this. Right now, think. I'm hungry. In your native language, that thought just appears. No effort, no translation. In English, your brain has to search for words, check grammar, make sure it's correct. And compared to your native language, that feels exhausting. So forget complicated systems. Forget 30-day plans. Here's what you'll do tomorrow. Just one thing. Before you study English, do one of these for 20-30 minutes. Option 1, something physically hard. Push-ups, squats, burpees, running, until your body is uncomfortable. Pain? Perfect. Now open your English materials. Option 2, something mentally hard. Solve difficult math problems. Do a puzzle that makes your brain struggle. Then switch to English. Option 3, something boring. Sit in silence. No phone, no music. Just you and a wall. Or clean your room in silence until boredom becomes painful. Then English becomes entertainment. That's it. Do it for 20-30 minutes. Then, within 2 to 3 minutes, start English. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Your brain doesn't judge tasks by how hard they are. It judges them by how hard they are compared to what came before. That's the entire psychology, in one sentence. And once you understand this, you can use it not just for English, but for anything in your life.